Yo, my people, welcome to another episode of Nothing But Net. The gang members are back, and you know how it goes. Another week,
Another 3 points.
Another 3 points.
However, lads, we've been dropping some points, man. Sunderland, Chelsea. What's going wrong, man? Why are we dropping points? I need to understand. Are we getting nervous? Are the nerves kicking in? Are the thoughts and feelings from previous seasons about to catch us? Have we built up enough of a gap between us and Man City and Liverpool, maybe even Chelsea now? Are the Ops gonna catch us, man? How are you feeling?
I feel like, for me, personally, I feel like expecting us to go to win every game from like November until May it was never gonna happen.
Yeah.
The Chelsea result was off the back of beating Spurs, beating Bayern, and then we got a draw at Stamford Bridge against 10 men, which again it was 10 men, so I expected to win. However, a draw at Stamford Bridge isn't the worst result in history. Do you know what I mean? And you've got to take into account we've gone to the Bridge, we've gone OT, we've gone Anfield, we've gone St James's Park. You understand what I'm saying? So really and truly, we only have to go to the Etihad. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We only have to go to the Etihad, and we've got to go to that Tin Pot Stadium on the other side of North London. But you know,
Chicken.
we tend to go there and get our 3-piece meal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whenever we touch Chicken, we get our 3-piece meal. So I'm not really too fussed about that. But yeah, we've got a lot of the tricky away grounds out the way. So,
but are they tricky away grounds, or are they tricky teams? Because I feel like, again, correct me if I'm wrong, our approach in those games, again, it could be because we were away, but I take my mind back to the United game. I take my mind back to the Liverpool game in particular, even the City game.
Yeah,
I felt like we gave those teams so much respect, and then again, like versus Chelsea, I don't think we gave Chelsea mad respect, but I just felt like we were a bit stubborn in terms of you want to play our way. Yeah. Maresca's got his plan. His plan seems like it's working more than our plan is, but we haven't reverted to our plan B, or when we have, it's been too little too late, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think, I don't know, man. Like, obviously, I think you kind of have to approach the game a bit different when you're away from home. Like, the only one of those performances, where I just feel like we didn't even go for it was Anfield. Yeah. That performance was cowardice. Yeah. And on a different day, maybe we get a point, but, bro, Szoboszlai, that free kick,
just world class moment.
Do you know what I mean? And then that opens the door for all the criticism that we received after that result, because it just, like, we didn't at any point go for the game.
Yeah. Bearing in mind that every other team that's gone at Liverpool
has got
something.
Especially looking at how Liverpool have gone on and crumbled from that performance. The signs were there prior to that. Multiple late winners in the season, multiple games where teams went at them, they conceded two goals against 10 men Newcastle.
Bro, see what they conceded against Sunderland as well, no?
Yeah.
Like, it was, for some weird reason, it was just us. I don't understand how we couldn't get.
I think we're the only clean sheet, bar the result they got today.
Yeah.
I think we're the only clean sheet they've got, literally. But to answer your question, I don't know how to feel in regards to whether the team can finally take it over the line. I feel a bit indifferent. I can respect the fact that when I do watch us in some of these tricky away games or just some of the bigger games, I can tell that there's a level of perseverance within the team in it. I know we're going to keep knocking the door. We're not going to go away. We're going to make it difficult for the opposition. However, when I do look at some of the fixtures where historically you're looking at Arsenal to essentially show and prove, that be Anfield away, City at home, and then obviously the Chelsea game today, we've not won those games. Yeah. Like, if we're just being honest, we've not won the games, innit? Fair enough.
We used to be the big game.
Yeah, we used to be the big game, like Slayers or whatever. Yeah. Even with our unbeaten run against the Big Six or whatever, we didn't win all those games.
Yeah, you're right.
But this is a must-win season, and so far we haven't beaten Liverpool, we haven't beaten City, and we haven't beaten Chelsea.
Yeah.
So, given the context, especially with the Chelsea game as well, a man down from the first half, I'm expecting us to walk away with something in it.
Yeah.
But then again, it's Stamford Bridge away, like Sonny was saying. It's not, when you're looking at it like that, it's not the worst result in the world, but they had 10 men. And
but is Stamford Bridge away meant to be tricky? Or
It's
is
not-
it, or have we made it a tricky?
I think it's a bit of both. I think historically, going Stamford Bridge has never been an easy game, although we haven't lost there in a while.
Yeah.
I think any season, they are London rivals. Chelsea
Yeah.
are still a big team, whatever. But that part of me still feels like if you want to take this title, like, and run away with it or whatever, you just have to go there and get the result.
Yeah. And the reason why I asked that is because, again, it goes back to the Anfield point. Teams are going Anfield and treating like chicken and chips right now.
Sunderland, again, that's another team.
Yeah.
They went Stamford Bridge and left with something.
That's the.
Do you know what I mean? So again, that's why I feel a bit indifferent.
Are
I'm
we
like,
making it harder than we need to make it?
I personally feel like, in reality, any Big Six team can beat another Big Six team, innit? That we saw this season, Spurs, who are crap, go to the Etihad and beat City.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to Big Six versus Big Six, we beat United, United beat Chelsea. We didn't beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like the Big Six games, it's like it's just whoever turns up on the day. It could be a refereeing decision that turns the game. Someone could have a stinker, someone could score a worldie. It's just like at that level, it's like the Big Six teams kind of cancel each other out for the most part. What I will say is I don't think it's our results against the Big Six teams that are going to hurt us. I think if you look at previous seasons, we've done well against the Big Six teams. We fucked up against West Ham at home, Fulham away, all of these mid-table or small sides, Everton away, etc. And those are the drop points that hurt us. You understand what I'm saying? Because let's have it right. Our title rivals will drop points. They will drop points.
Yeah, but it's looking like we will as well.
But that's what I'm saying. That if we're only dropping points in the odd game, then we're keeping them at arm's length. Because I think this season we've won all of our games in the league bar 3.
Yeah.
We've got 2 draws, 1 loss.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
So you're not scared of City doing a City and going 18 games?
I don't think this City is capable of doing.
Not this iteration.
one.
This iteration of City, I don't think.
Yeah.
But so you don't think this Haaland is able to bail them out of a lot of games?
He'll bail them out, but in the sense of them going on one of those insane runs that Pep's been going on.
It depends on his mood. It depends on what Haaland turns up. Because there's hungry Haaland where you give him 4 chances, he's leaving there with 4 goals. And then there's this other Haaland that's very tame and he's not even getting the 4 chances, let alone getting 4 goals.
But
You understand what I'm saying?
This version of Haaland has got more goals than games. So
Okay,
it's like,
but in recent weeks, whatever scoring streak Haaland was on, it's definitely quieting down. Hence why City have gone back to dropping points. There was a point in time where in the Premier League, he had like maybe like 16, was it 16? Like, I don't know, like double digits. Like let's say 16 for the sake of the conversation. He had like 16 goals. Their second highest goal scorer was Burnley with 2 on goals.
I saw that, yeah. I did see that, yeah.
I know recently Foden bagged the brace, so that
so
stats probably changed.
now, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But my point still stands. It's like if Haaland don't score, City are most likely going to drop points.
Yeah, but a man that's scoring more than his appearances, it seems undeniable when it comes to scoring. I just feel like we can't hope that Haaland's not going to score. We can't hope that Man City are going to drop points. Chelsea are going to drop points. Absolutely agree. Liverpool are going to drop points. Absolutely agree. But City, we've seen them go on one of those crazy runs before. Whether they're playing well or not, we know that Haaland can carry them to a Premier League, which and he's done it before. And my theory now is we're playing, or we're saying that we've had or are having one of our best starts to a season ever, and we're what, 4 points? Is it 4 points or 5
We're
points?
5 points.
5 points ahead of a City team that some
At
people
the
are saying
time of recording.
at time recording, we're 5 points ahead of a City, like same amount of games played, etc., etc. 5 points ahead of a City that we're saying aren't even having a great season. And again, that could be down to the Sunderland result. That could be down to the Chelsea 10 men result. But if that's happening now,
And that's where I feel a bit. That's where I slightly have to agree with you as well, because that's where my indifference comes from. It's like when we've actually gone up against those guys to essentially grab points off them, we've kind of fumbled it.
yeah, like
So
for
it's
me,
like-
this Chelsea game was deeper than just us.
Yeah.
Like if we had won this game, that for me, that's one of the biggest statements that we're here to pull
We're
away a
getting the
little
job
bit.
done,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? We're here to cool. And then I guess that mental breathing room like can kick in. It's like, alright, cool. Like we're gonna go into December. We're gonna have like 3 games in like 6 days or something stupid like that. But it's like, alright, cool. We can rotate, and I'm not panicking yet because Gabriel didn't play today, or Gabriel didn't play versus Chelsea. Saliba didn't play versus Chelsea. We had to go with Marino up top. Odegaard's only just come back into the team. Yokeresem just, so I'm not worried yet. But I am thinking, if this is the best version of Arsenal, and we've had 2 opportunities to pull away from the pack, and we haven't done it. Are we going back into that sort of mindset of we can't pull away or we can't get the job finished?
I think it looks like it might look like that if you're expecting us to like just keep pulling away and pulling away and pulling away. I think it's gonna be close. I think we get it done.
Okay.
But I don't think it's done by like 12, 15 points.
Yeah.
I think we probably win the league like with like 2-3 games to spare. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think one of the biggest indicators of like how we're gonna get it done is when we play City again. Do you get what I mean? Like I feel like
that's huge.
If we can go to the Etihad and get a win or get a positive result and just keep all we need to do is keep them at arm's length. Because remember when they won the league and we've been chasing them, it's been by a couple points. Especially the most recent one, it was by the Aston Villa result is what fucked us up.
That was the difference, yeah.
You understand what I mean? So I think it will be close, and I understand because Liverpool walked the league last year. It's a lot more comfortable when you walk the league because you just keep giving yourself breathing space. So if you do happen to drop some points here and there, it don't really affect you. If you're like 15 points clear and you don't win, it goes from 15 to 12 points. Whoop-de-doo, still 12 points clear. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas with us, it's like we're always around 7 points clear, 6 points clear, 5, all nice, but come forward. Alright, cool, we've got a bit more breathing space now, it's gone 7 again. But I'm saying if we can just maintain that safety cushion of anywhere between 5 to 7 points, that gives us a few, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A few fuck ups that we can kind of get away with because we know that, alright, cool, they're gonna fuck up at some point, and then we just get our points back, and that's all we need to do. We just need to keep the chasing pack at arm's length. 6 points from Chelsea, 5 points from City at the time of recording. You know what I'm saying? But about Haaland, you know what's funny? Yeah, in the games he's played this season in all comps, there's 5 games he hasn't scored in. Yeah, they've lost 4 of them. Oof. They've lost 4 of them.
But that's even more scary for me anyway. That means when Haaland scores, they win. That's what it tells me.
No, but then against us he scored, they didn't win. Against Brighton he scored, they also didn't win. So there's been games where he scored and they don't win, but they tend to get more positive results when he scores. And it's mad because again, we've at the time of recording drawn 2 games, lost 1. They've drawn 1 game, lost 4 already in the league. Do you understand what I mean? How many more games do you think they can afford to?
2, I think.
Max I think even 1 more gets them out here, you know.
Yeah.
Losing 5 games, I don't think there's ever been a champion that's lost that many games. So 1 more.
I think 2.
Two is they're dead. But I think if they lose another game, that's them out of it.
We've just got to focus on ourselves. I think that's going to be the difference between what we can and can't do. I think if we start focusing on the league table, focusing on what's happening with the teams around the chasing pack and stuff like that, we're going to lose sight of what our main objective is. We are in control of whether we win this league or not.
We're currently in control.
Yeah,
so okay. Based on being currently in control and like having a 5-point cushion and like you said, trying to keep that cushion between 5 to 7 points. You started by saying it's very unlikely that we're going to win every single game. That's perfectly fine. So what do we have to do to make sure that even when those odd games come, like the Sunderland results and the Chelsea results, what do we have to do? I guess both on the field and tactically to make sure that come May we're not saying bloody hell we're the bridesmaids again.
I feel like obviously. What we have to do ultimately is minimise the amount of games that we actually drop points in. So make sure the games that we drop points in are few and far between. So again, you win 8 in a row, you might draw the 9th game. You understand what I'm saying?
So the first point is now we've dropped points versus Chelsea. The next 5, 6, 7
Yeah,
games.
On paper, our run is looking favourable in the next 5 to 6 games, and I'm personally expecting maximum points.
Yeah.
I know. We've got a midweek game against Brentford. We got Villa on
away
the
coming
weekend. I haven't seen beyond that. We got.
I know we got
game.
Brighton coming up as well. We got
Villa, Champions League, Everton. we got Villa, Champions League. Brentford, Villa, Champions League.
A lot of games, you know.
Wolves, Everton away, Palace in the Carabao, Brighton, Villa again, Bournemouth. Then we got Liverpool at home. So, Liverpool at home, which is on the 8th of Jan, that's a very important fixture. We put the nail in the coffin of that. Night. Send you on your way. Thank you for coming. See you later. Get our lick back for what happened at Anfield. And then that sends out another statement. And then we've got United at home, 25th of Jan. Again,
that's another big one.
Deal with that. You understand what I mean? Those fixtures there, deal with that. And then we've got Spurs away, 21st of Feb. Then we got Chelsea at home the week after.
But they'll most likely be Champions League.
You understand what I mean? I think, again, this little run of fixtures in April, so when I scroll all the way down to April, we've got Bournemouth at home on the 11th of April. We've got City away a week later, and Newcastle the week after that.
The league, in my opinion, needs to be wrapped up. Man City, Newcastle games.
If we get positive results against City and Newcastle in those games, I believe I'm hoping.
When I say league wrapped up, I don't mean mathematically. I'm just mean because after that you have Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, Palace. That should be maximum points. So I do use those point about when you get those runs, you have to maximise those runs and get the results.
I'm looking at Fulham at home on the 2nd of May. That should be the game that essentially crowns us champions, in my opinion.
Start gassing me, man.
That's what I'm hoping. And obviously, there's a lot of football to be played between now and then. Anything could happen. But for me, it's like if we go into January still with that 5 to 7 point cushion, I'm sorry, bro. Like we've got to just manage our squad, manage our players.
But we can't manage the players though, because again, like I was just looking at it now. Even in December, it's techie, bro. Yeah. So
Arteta has to manage the squad this Christmas.
Brentford, 3 days later, Villa. 4 days later, Club Brugge. 3 days later, Wolves. Then that's the first time we get a week off. You have Everton. 3 days later, Crystal Palace. 4 days later, Brighton. 3 days later, like we're playing games every 3 days.
If I'm being real, if
I'm being management, bro. Which makes sense. So if we're going down.
We've been raving about how we got squad depth and all these things this season, which is again a fantastic thing. Arteta's got to make use of the squad, bro.
And I agree with you.
I think Brentford gives a decent opportunity to rotate slightly, tweak a few
Brentford,
things.
we got them away, no?
No, we got them at
home.
Yeah, so we can.
That's this. The one coming up.
We can make a few changes there. Aston Villa, I'd expect us to go strong. 12:30 kickoff as well. I hate
Villa.
I
don't even want to play games there.
Bruges again.
Bruges, I might pack it in. Still,
it's another opportunity
I'm saying 9 players, bro.
Bruges, I'm packing it in. Rotate.
I'm not making wholesale changes, but I'm probably going like 6 changes.
Yeah, 7 changes, bro.
Yeah.
Pack it in.
Yeah.
Pack it in.
And hopefully we get like 1 or 2 of the defenders back from injury. You get what I mean? That Saliba or something back. But
so that's all. That's all I was gonna go. So no Saliba, Gabriel. Are we confident in results for the next 2 to 3 games? I guess.
I don't know if Saliba's missing 2 to 3 games because his injury was a knock in training.
Yeah.
So
I'll be honest.
If
So do you bring Saliba back in for Brentford?
No, I bring him back in for Villa. I think Hincapié and Mosquera showed me enough that we should be. I think as a team, I think we should be able to navigate a Brentford fixture at home respectfully.
Even if we concede, I agree.
Even if we, do you know what I mean? Even if we concede, because I know Igor Thiago's in great form. The craziest thing is by the time this drops, it's like. It would have already. The reality would have already happened. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I would save Saliba until the weekend against Villa, and I would go very strong against Villa. I'll go very strong against Villa, and then I would make a decent amount of changes against Club Brugge, and I would also make a few changes against Wolves. Wolves at home.
I think during this period, Saliba's the person that we need to protect
Yeah,
the
we need
most.
to
Yeah,
protect him,
100%.
man.
We've got to wrap Saliba and Cotton Wool until Gabriel's back.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me, it's like I play Saliba against Villa. I probably don't play him against Club Brugge.
Yeah,
Because Gabby should be back with us in a few weeks' time.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we cannot afford, like...
Both of them cannot be out.
Yeah,
at the same time again.
long term, yeah. We can't afford...
No, not even long term.
both
At the
that.
same time, they can't
Yeah,
be
yeah.
again. I
Yeah.
can't see that again. Like, and again, it's not a slight on Henkapi and Mosquera. Both of them are fine, but the experience that both of those guys have when they're in, like, it's just different.
It's their
Crazy.
first season at the club, man. That's what we
Yeah,
can't underestimate
that
that, innit?
happens, yeah.
They've come first season at the club at a moment where the club is actively pursuing the league, innit?
Yeah.
So it's no fault of theirs, but
So then, if it's their first season at the club, questions to both of you: why is Ben White not getting minutes? Because he's someone that has played in the Prem. He's someone that has
I
played centre
just
back.
don't think the guy looks at him as a centre back anymore, bro.
yeah.
Mm.
If he's
I
not
think
a right back,
sometimes Arteta just decides that I don't want you playing there.
Because think about it, even our fans, but prior, like when we do pre-matches and stuff in the
Yeah.
spaces or whatever, you don't really hear anyone saying, "Oh, Gabriel's out." Yeah, Ben White is. They're
Same
running
with
to
Timber,
Mosquera
like,
and Henkapi, bro.
There's questions as to cool. Even if you don't see Ben White as a centre back, you could play Timber centre back. He's reluctant.
No one mentions
Yeah.
Ben
He's
White. bro.
reluctant.
We
Can-
ain't- we essentially
and
we
again,
ain't-
I hear it, and I don't mind you being reluctant, but I can't see a game like today again. And again, like you said, it's the first time they probably didn't even plan to be in the game. But it's like,
I think there will be instances in this little run until both Gabriel and Saliba are fit that you will see centre back pairings you might not have expected to see. I do think there is an opportunity for Ben White to get minutes at centre back, definitely, because he's not getting minutes at right back.
yeah.
I
I think there's also an opportunity for Calafiori
To play centre
to
back
get
as well.
minutes at centre back also.
won't lie. I was surprised he didn't start centre back today.
Yeah.
I don't think that
'Cause I thought he was gonna go Skelly.
after what
thing.
Elise done to Skelly, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised that they didn't want to see.
I didn't think he
Skelly
was gonna do
versus,
both. That's why I was kind of surprised. I didn't think he was gonna do both in Capi
Yeah,
and
I
Mosquera
don't think he
away
wanted to
at
see
Chelsea.
Skelly versus Estevar.
Yeah,
That's just
true,
me being
true.
wrong. Because Estevar's another tricky customer, and Elise again, he was
Yeah,
moving
he
to
gave
Yeah.
Skelly hell, man.
he was
But-
moving to Skelly.
What I was gonna say as well is, for me, ultimately, especially after competing for the league 3 years in a row, the battle to get it over the line is mental more than anything.
I think so.
Even earlier this week, I read an interview Saliba done with Canal, and he was essentially saying how, yeah, we're hard to beat, we're resolute, and all this and that, but we've been here before.
Yeah.
Fuck, we've been hard to be.
We've
for
been here
3 years,
before.
bro.
Yeah, he's like, we all these things are great, but we've been here before. We know it's November, etc. The league's not done, and yeah, we just have to see it over the line. We need to go over in May. So I feel like it's a good sign that one of our senior,
Yeah.
most important players is coming out and saying that, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that's resonating with the rest of the squad, especially the guys that have been here during that time, innit? So yeah, they just need to, more than anything, they need to believe that they can do it.
Do you think we're going to get up to a point in the season, where we are put in a situation where we have to pick between pursuing European glory and pursuing Premier League glory?
Yeah, I
and
think
and
we
if
will.
so, how do you think we navigate that?
I think we will. I don't know how Arteta plans to navigate it, but I think his team selections will show us which one he prioritizes more.
Yeah.
Because if we're playing a game every 3 days now, these guys, by the time March comes, they physically can't do it. Gabriel, Saliba,
Yeah, but
Saka,
again, I
Stones.
disagree, because if we can keep majority of the squad fit, I think that changes a lot.
they're feeding
our
it
actual
now.
squad, but that's because we've had, again, the attack's been stretched for weeks, and now, again, the defence is going to go through a period where they're a bit stretched. Do you understand what I'm saying? So maybe January is an opportunity to, like, if we need to.
That's what I'll come
You know
into
what
the
I'm
question I was going to ask. If January comes around, do we look at loans? Do you guys think that we have the space in the team to look at loans, or do you
I don't think we have the space.
or do you
but if-
think that this team that we have now, there's no excuses? Arteta, you have to start rotating, because even though we've got a big squad, and I keep saying there's no excuses now, we've signed players, we've got 2 players in each position. I saw a graphic the other day saying we've got a starting 11 full of left-footed players and a starting 11 full of right-footed. That's crazy depth. But just because we've got depth doesn't mean Arteta trusts these guys. We're talking about a Ben White. I don't think Arteta trusts him. Miles Lewis-Skelly doesn't feel like he trusts him that much.
Norgard, who
Ethan's
signed,
not getting
guys
minutes.
like that.
Norgard's probably not going to
But
make
this
the
is
team.
what I'm saying.
Like,
When we're talking about games like Club Brugge and Wolves, that is a perfect opportunity for Ethan to get significant minutes. Norgard, like again,
Even certain Prem games, bro.
Like,
Depending
no,
if
that's
it's
what
like
I'm saying.
relegation for
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
if we can't start Norgard, for example, at home to our Wolves, then
I'm not gonna lie.
Where we going?
Carabao Cup versus Crystal Palace, bro.
yeah, man.
Do you get it? Like,
but then, do we want the Carabao Cup as well? Because some fans are saying...
me personally, I want as many trophies
Yeah,
as possible.
I
But
want it all.
if there's one trophy I don't care about dropping out of early, it's the Carabao.
We're in the quarters now, no?
It's the Carabao.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're in
but,
quarter final,
but
yeah.
that's where it's at. We're in the quarters, so it's like we might as well just win it.
Yeah.
Might as well.
But then, if you go strong, that's another 3 day, 3 day.
But that's the
free,
thing.
you know
That's the
what I mean?
thing.
So it's-
I think with the Carabao, I don't think we'll go strong until the semis. That's just me
Yeah.
being honest. I think against Palace, we are going to see a rotated lineup. I even think Palace are
I think
going to
Palace might
rotate.
rotate as
Yeah,
well,
I think
yeah.
both teams are going to
No,
rotate their
do
lineup.
you know what?
bro.
Yeah, the level we're operating at, this comes with the territory, man.
I agree with you.
It comes with it.
And our rotated lineup is strong
Yeah.
as hell, bro.
It comes
Like,
with it, man.
When you
I'm not disagreeing with you. My issue is Arteta doesn't feel or give me signs that he trusts
Bro,
the rotated lineup.
you got to think about it, yeah.
When was the last time we saw Kepa?
Wait, hold on. Let me just put this into context for you. Yeah, our rotated front three is Havertz, Noni, and Martinelli.
Okay, he lacks those. I can give you that. He lacks.
You understand
he
what I'm
lacks
saying? And not to mention, Havertz might not even play up front. It might be Jesus, Noni,
Yeah.
and Martinelli. And then you got in midfield Havertz, Wanyeri, and Marino, or Havertz, Wanyeri, and Norgard. Like, do you understand what that? I'm sorry, that midfield is strong
Should
enough
be.
to beat a rotated Palace
Yeah,
midfield.
yeah,
Even if Palace don't rotate at like the same, Brighton played a strong lineup. We whooshed them.
yeah.
Whoosh that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think our rotated team is strong enough to, like, if our rotated 11, our second string 11 played in the Premier League week in week out, there would be
mid-table at least.
No, they'll be
at
fighting.
worst,
they'll
yeah,
be
at
fighting
worst
for
they're
European
mid-table.
spots.
At worst they're mid-table.
They'll be fighting for European
No,
spots.
he's bagging the goals, man. They need someone to back
Hey,
them back
that's the only
Nearly
thing
up
they're
top,
trying
bro. Nearly up top, man.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I feel like our rotated 11 is strong, but
Yeah,
I feel
like I say, I like our rotated 11. I don't think the manager trusts them, but
He's gonna
I
have
guess
to. There's gonna have to be
Yeah,
a
he's gonna
combination.
have
Of,
to.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be a combination of all the things we've mentioned, isn't it?
Yeah.
or you don't go completely. So you don't make, like how City made 10 changes and lost
Yeah.
to Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah.
I don't think we do that. I think you rotate half the team.
Yeah.
yeah,
You make 5-6 changes, and then you have certain guys sprinkled in to make sure that the standards and the levels are maintained.
yeah. I guess.
And I think that's how we navigate Club Brugge. And then against Wolves, you bring some of those guys back in, but then you let some of
teams
them
like Club
rest.
Brugge, I don't honestly like played under 20. I don't even like. Again, don't get me wrong. I want to finish as high as possible in that Champions League table thing, but we're not gonna get knocked out. Like, bro, just don't kill the players, especially guys that are on red, because Saliba was clearly on red. Gabriel was clearly on
Yeah,
red.
but Saliba was a knock in training. Gabriel was an adductor injury
Yeah, but
for
no,
Brazil.
but
He
the-
should not have been playing for Brazil.
He shouldn't have, but he shouldn't have because he wasn't red. Like these guys, I can't remember the last time Saliba or Saliba actually got injured already this season. So like
That's why his one worries me a little.
yeah, because these are
He
two
was
guys
actually
that
injured,
never get
yeah.
injured. They never get. But this year it's like they played every single game. Suddenly they're getting knocks. Saka's getting knocks. Older guys like falling over. Like,
That's why when he hooked Saka for Noni the other day
Yeah.
against Bayern, I was just like, yeah, you know what, fair play, bro.
Yeah.
Fair play, because you're
It's the right
learning.
decision, yeah.
You're
This
learning.
why we sign these guys,
Yeah.
man.
You're learning,
Sign these
and
guys.
that's how it's got to be. There's got to be less occasions where players like Saka, even Declan Rice shouldn't be completing so many 90s.
Bro,
He shouldn't
these
be,
games,
man.
the Club Bruges and Wolves.
I
If
don't
we
wanna see
can't,
Declan.
yeah, if
I
we
don't wanna
can't
see
sit him
Declan.
down, there's problems, bro.
bro, as Zubimendi still
Yeah.
adapting to how we play. I don't want to see a Declan
Yeah.
in those games, bro.
Yeah.
Declan could chill.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see a
Wolves.
Timber in those
Yeah,
games
like,
because Timber's
sit down.
like not showing it. But I got a feeling that the guy's probably close to red.
Well, last season, remember he came out after the season was
said he
done.
was
It was like
playing
by
injured,
PSG, he was done out.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's and that's why I say like when you ask a fantastic question, you say when it comes to the champs and the Prem, because eventually we're gonna be fighting for the Prem or being chased by these teams, and eventually we're gonna come up against the PSGs, the Bayerns, whoever it might be in the Champions League. what does he prioritize? If it's up to me, I go stronger in the Prem and then make slight rotations in the Champions League, because for me personally, as much as I want I want the Prem, bro. Yeah. I need that Prem.
The league's the end all be all, man.
That for me.
Yeah, for me.
And I'm confident the champs will come.
Listen, it will
we're
come.
We're the best team in Europe right now on paper. And then next year you can think, we've done the Prem now. Like we can. Don't get me wrong. I still want to go for both. So I'm not saying.
And I don't think it's far fetched that we could possibly do both this season.
Think we can.
But he just needs to really manage the squad.
Yeah, for me, it's squad management, man.
Yeah,
and it's tough. I don't know how or where he manages a squad. I don't know where you pick to not play Gabriel or where you pick to not play.
That's why for me, I think it's very good that we've got quite a few attackers back. Havertz is very close to being back, part of the squad.
Jesus
so
back,
he should be back for Villa, hopefully.
Yeah, Jesus is back. Gyökeres is back. Odegaard's back. Noni's back. Martinelli's back. That's 4 players that are back. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like whatever combination you want to put of attackers on that pitch should be good enough to get the job done. And then if they ain't, you got the other strong guys on the bench.
It's the midfield I'm worried about, bro.
It's the midfield I worry about. I think maybe in January you might have to ship Norgard out and bring in something that's of a bit closer to the level of what we currently have in the squad. You understand what I mean? Or like you're gonna have to take a sacrifice somewhere. If you know that Odegaard, Marino, Eze are all ahead of Wanyeri, then you loan Wanyeri, and again you bring something. You gotta make space in the squad. Yeah, you gotta make space in the squad. I think we need another set of legs in that midfield.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I feel like we need another set of legs because again, you don't want to play Declan Rice until those wheels fall off.
Yeah, man.
I'm not sure who said it. One of you guys said it, maybe a couple episodes ago, maybe it was even Reese, but we haven't replaced Oneni, man. Like, in terms of a guy that knows their role, doesn't complain about minutes, but when you just need him to come on and just run around, he's gonna, like, when I look at Norgard, I don't even think that he's the person that can come on and help. Like,
I get nervous.
I thought we went 5 at the back. Norgard should have been an option off the bench to be like, alright, cool.
Yeah, you just sit in front of them.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But like, he'd rather bring on a Mascara, go 5 at the back than look at Norgard to help shore up the team. So, I'm with you, man. Like, I'm worried that Declan, because like again, the Chelsea game, so when it comes off, Declan Rice puts in a fantastic. For me, my man of the match. I know people say Reece James, but for me, Declan Rice covered every blade of grass in that Chelsea game. But he cannot do that, bro. Like, he's not a if he was Kante, I'd hear it. But the human body physically can't do that week in, week out. But can Arteta afford in a Champions League second leg to be like,
not play him? Yeah,
Declan Rice, bro. We've got Man City on the weekend at home.
Have a break. It's unrealistic. At this moment in time, it's unrealistic. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't.
Whereas Zubi maybe, because then you could say, I'm going to bring in an older guard who play 1-6 and then 2-8s. But there's certain players I'm just a bit like, I'm nervous. Where do you pick them, or do you want him to? And I promise you, I feel bad for Arteta, because if he keeps playing these guys every 3 days, we the fans are going to blame him.
Yeah.
We're going to ask him, why didn't you have a plan for Declan Rice? Why didn't you sign a backup for Declan Rice? So I guess in January, do we do that? Do we send someone on loan and bring in someone that can cover Declan Rice if we think that we're that good, or is this team meant to be good enough? Does he trust Norgard, or will he trust Norgard?
From what they've done in the summer, you would think this is them being satisfied with it. This is them being content with what they got to see the season now.
Norgard, no pressure, bro.
As the season like with all the things you said, as the season's transpired, things have changed, innit? So we might have to go into the window in January. I won't lie, but
I think that's the only again, and we were there before. Remember when we was chasing Europa League and the league? That, bro, I think we need another pair of legs in that midfield. You understand what I'm saying? Like another pair of legs that can cover the 6/8. Because even I think the 8's covered. To be fair,
the 8's are covered.
I think it's another pair of legs in that 6, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't mind it being a different profile to Zubamendi or a Rice. Like, I just need somebody that's good on the ball, can play their passes, this, that, and the other, can get around the pitch, can make their tackles. I wouldn't even mind a João Gomez at Wolves.
Yeah.
I think
He's
that's.
not bad.
So is our season over if Declan Rice gets hurt badly?
I can't say our season's over because again, I saw us without key players beat one team, like one of the best teams in the world last season. So I would never say our season's over. I just feel like it's you don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Yeah.
get to that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Especially where Declan Rice is somebody like he's gonna play. If you ask him to play, he will play.
Bro.
So that's why for me, them midweek games, them Carabao Cup games, them games that
I don't wanna
he
see
don't
it,
need
man.
to
I feel
feature.
like
I
we-
don't want to see
I
him.
feel like we'd have to tweak so much tactically if Declan goes down.
Yeah.
If Declan goes down with an injury,
We have to tweak too much.
we'd have to tweak too much.
Too
just
much.
for the system to work.
And the maddest
Which
thing
would
is
be
when I look at the market, I don't even know
I don't know.
who
don't
or
know,
what
bro.
is out there that we could bring in to even
I don't
get
know.
it.
What, you take a punt on someone like a Belieber, but then you're gonna get quoted upwards of 100 M's.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
But that's what it's gonna cost to replace a Declan in your team.
Yeah,
You
it's
understand
too
what I'm saying? So
So-
it's like for me, it's like there's probably players out there that can add a level of quality to our team, but to just go out and outright replace Declan, hell.
It is a little frustrating though, because we're mentioning having what it's kind of boiling down to for me, her and Amanda, is like we want an extra pair of legs in the middle. It is kind of frustrating though when we've signed Norgard and we were linked with what's my French guy? What's my brother's name? Agume.
Yeah.
The agreement. I would have taken the agreement.
We linked with those similar. We were linked with those sort of profiles in the summer. End up going for someone like a Norgard, and then we find ourselves in the position we're in now, where we're like, oh, hey, if
It's
some of
not
these
quite
get,
good enough. Yeah.
I'm
do
not
you know
gonna
what I
lie
mean?
though.
A bit
again,
frustrating in that respect.
Even in that 8 though, we're talking about an extra pair of legs. The boy Verts is on his way back, and that is a guy that
Yeah.
gets around the pitch, bro.
Yeah.
That is a guy that yeah, trust me. If you need an engine, obviously I don't know if the engine's still you get it engine in since the knee injury and that, but that is a guy that can get about the pitch.
Yeah,
And the one
yeah,
thing about
can.
Havertz, his work rate is undeniable,
Yeah.
uncomparable.
He's
like-
gonna work hard for the
yeah,
team.
he's one of the hardest workers in our team, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So
It's-
having him back is a very big plus. But I just think we need to defo look after Declan and Zubi, and you just got to make sure business end of the season they are fit and they are firing.
Is Timber another one that we can't afford to lose?
Yes,
Timber, 100%,
100%.
100%, 100,
100%.
100%.
But he's playing so many minutes though.
Again, for me, Timber's somebody. If I'm being honest, would I start Timber against Brentford?
I think you have to.
I think we
I
have
think
to
it
get
depends
through-
on whether City was back or not. But
Yeah.
Yeah. If both centre backs are still out,
Yeah,
he has
he
to
has
play.
to, yeah.
He has to
I
play.
don't think we can play Timber for 90 minutes against Brentford. I think Timber should play like 70 minutes and
you
then.
know what? I would play him 90 minutes, but not play him in the champs. Actually, no, we haven't got chance to go
yeah,
straight
we
to
got-
we
Villa.
go straight to Villa.
Ah, man.
Nah, surely
our
Benjamin
schedule
can
is.
do a
Our
job.
schedule is.
If
Benjamin can't do a job against Brentford, bruv.
Yeah,
He
but
hasn't
come
done
on,
it
Brentford,
against anyone
Brentford,
yet, though.
Brentford be playing Otara, Charlotte. Like
Yeah.
they got some
They
nippy
got- I
guys.
know, but-
And he just hasn't. He's probably not match fit. He's not getting minutes anywhere right now, bro.
Gosh, Ben White, man.
But
How
this is my
things
issue,
change,
like, I
yeah.
feel
How
like-
things change, man.
It's not even about how things change like that. This is what, like, sometimes tactically you've been fantastic, and some of your subs this year have been great. But it's like Ben White surely could have got 5 minutes, like
Yeah.
somewhere, bro. Like we've been cooking so much, like surely he could have got a 5-10 minute. So that versus Brentford, we as the fan base are a little bit like, alright,
Because it's
cool.
true, I'm calling for him to like potentially come in and do a job for us, but I actually
He's coming in
haven't
cold.
seen him. Yeah,
Yeah, he's coming
I've
in
not been
cold.
seeing him. I've not been
He's-
seeing him, man.
Like he's always on the bench. But funny enough, I don't even see him on the bench these days. But he's always.
no,
name-
he's on the bench.
Yo, yes.
He's
his,
on the
name's,
bench,
his name's
bro.
always on the bench
Yeah.
of the team sheet, but like he's not getting no minutes at all.
Oh man, squad management is the key, man.
Yeah,
Squad
it
management
is,
and
it
the players' mentality. They have to actually believe that they can win this Premier League, because it's all good saying that, and they've been saying it the last few seasons
Yeah.
as well. But then again, when business end comes, we can see in the performance that you guys don't believe. You don't want this enough. Do you know what I mean? Fair enough against Chelsea. I didn't see that necessarily against Chelsea, but I was still a bit disappointed in the sense of like, oh, this was one of the moments. This was an opportunity for us to. Do you know what I mean?
The reason why I mess with what you're saying heavy is because the energy that I saw the players have versus Spurs, and I know it's easier because it's a North London derby. I didn't see that versus Chelsea. Like, and I really hope it's not a case of them flat track bullying now, because like obviously Tottenham aren't as good as Chelsea, but versus Tottenham, these lot are slapping their foreheads, bullying them. I was like, this is the Arsenal that I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
But then versus Chelsea, where we were getting pushed around a little bit, and do you know what I mean? They didn't like it, we didn't like it. I didn't see that level of
Chelsea set the
do you know what I
tone,
mean?
and we didn't know how to respond I think for the first like 15-20 minutes.
But
they went in straight away, minute one, held this tackle, bam.
Yeah, but we can't have that mentality versus teams that we know we're going to beat.
Yeah.
You lot need to be passionate every single week, bro. So I do think that mentally there's been slight changes, especially in the leaders, but that needs to like seep across the wider team now, man. Like Nkapia and Mosquera need to think that they're the guys when they yo, bro, don't think, oh, this is my first start or the first time I'm playing. You lot are the guys. You're wearing Arsenal's jersey, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. Hopefully the mentality does change. All in all, I still think we're gonna win the Premier League. I actually think we're gonna win the Carabao Cup as well. Actually, by the way,
Yeah.
I really, really hope we can do the champs. But
Who are the other teams left in the Carabao?
oh, I can't
It's
remember.
not looking that bad,
it's
you
not
know.
bad. If we get past Palace, I don't think it was that bad.
It's not looking that
I
bad.
think it was only one strong team left. Was it
Chelsea
Liverpool?
might
Was it
still. Chelsea's still in there. I think Chelsea's still in
Oh,
there.
Bomba.
I think Chelsea's still in there.
Yeah.
When do we play? Tuesday the 23rd.
They got them playing 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think
man.
the other
But there's no
Carabao
Boxing-
Cup
there's
plays
no Boxing
games.
League,
Okay, so City is still in there, Newcastle's
Chelsea
still
as
in
well.
there, Chelsea's still in there, and us. Bro, bruh. Chelsea play Cardiff, City play Brentford, Newcastle play Fulham.
Every team can get knocked out, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, no one's... Oh, Chelsea will be at Cardiff. I hope Cardiff do a job on them.
Yeah, I'd like to play one of the big boys in the final.
I'd like to play... Hope if the Carabao are serious, they'll make it so that it's a big final. And I'd love to play one of the big
It's
boys.
still 2 legs for the semis, isn't it?
Semis,
Yeah.
I'll
think
put it
they
out
need
there.
to
I want to
change
play
that.
Chelsea in the final.
I think they need to change that two-legged semi thing.
Yeah,
bro.
it's money grabbing, man.
So hard.
Yeah,
No, but they say they do it for the smaller clubs, innit?
Yeah, so
man,
if a smaller
man.
club is in it,
Nah,
then
Carabao's not even for the smaller clubs anyway. It's for
the big boys always end up winning it.
Yeah,
but they
and
say they do that for them, innit?
But it's Prem and Champs and League One, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
So
it's
nah,
not
man.
even. It don't even go all the way down the pyramid.
Yeah,
like,
so
it's-
nah, man, forget all of that.
saying.
Anyways, like I said, all in all, I think we're gonna win the Prem. I think we're gonna win the Carabao as well, actually. So that's my hot take, and I really, really hope we can do the champs. But again, I agree with all of you guys, man. It depends on how we rotate when it comes to crunch time. But I should be using the tough congestion of fixtures now to start prepping for how he's going to prep come April, March.
In this
and May.
in this period, if I don't see him rotating with the squad we have now,
So-
if there's injuries,
Yeah.
I'll hold my hands and be like, you can't do anything about
Yeah,
that.
but it'll
But
tell
if
you
we,
a lot, right?
it will tell me a lot about him if he's not rotating adequately during this Christmas period.
For me, I think squad management will be the difference between us being bridesmaids and us being
Right.
the one dashing the bouquet. You feel me?
I'm not trying to dash. I'm not trying to catch no bouquet, but I'm trying to.
Yeah, do you get it?
I mean, trying to be the person grabbing it. But anyways, my people, that's been another episode of Nothing But Net. Make sure you tap in, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Follow us on the socials. We've got more content for your head. Tap.
Hoopers XI,
You know what I mean?
Hoopers XI.
Hoopers exciting everything. We've got some watch-alongs coming up, and we've got spaces going on almost every day. So yeah, you know where to catch us.
Come on, man.
Hoopers XI. Peace.
We out.